Good evening, everyone. Interesting to see that you guys chose that side. Nobody said on this side here. Is that interesting? Like when we see a pattern, we tend to follow it without understanding, or just it's just something that happens, and we just respond the way we think that is normal. But it's funny because it is a pattern, you know. So some can say that the left hand side of the brain, which is the rational one. Some can say that the left hand side of the political party. Some can say whatever they can. We just say that, well, you guys saw something that we didn't see by sitting on this side, and that's a silver lining itself, correct? So if you see a reason or something good in being on this side or that side, that's good as well. Because we are on a planet that is made of trials and challenges. We are here to learn, we are here to evolve, we're here to be better as much as we can. Sometimes it's not easy, like Tim just said in his opening lecture. Sometimes we will drop the ball, many times. But the silver lining is if you realize that you're doing this, and you can do better next time, do it. If you know that you can do better, do it. That's all it is. It's not pointing the fingers for something that you did before, because it's done. You always can go back and try to amend with somebody that you did not right, but it's already done. It's what you could do by that time. Reasons? Maybe there is no reason, but there's always a silver lining to every situation. Every dark cloud has a silver lining. And the human brain is so interesting. It's like when you see something, the rest disappear. It's auto-deleted. Like you see the dark, there's no white, there is no silver. But you see the silver, and all of a sudden, darkness fade out. So it's a choice. It's a choice that we every day are faced. Am I going to see the bright side or the dark side? Tell me, what is pain? Is something bad? If you don't feel discomfort by being in a couch the whole day, would you get up and work? So in that sense, what is the silver lining of pain? It's mostly like the fuel that make us go and do something? Or it's like, oh, it's so unjust. I shouldn't get that. Well, Spiritism tells that if it's happening to you, it's because it was made for you, not for somebody else. So let's go a little deeper on those concepts, shall we? On the Gospel according to Spiritism, chapter 5, the Spirits told Kardec, which is the codifier of the Spiritism, God imposed only what man can bear. His trials are proportional to his strength, just as the reward will be proportional to resignation and courage. How many times we face illness, losses, or disappointments that at a time seem like dark clouds? Don't need to raise your hands. I'll raise both of mine. No problem. It happens. But again, why me? Maybe the question is not, why not you? So you want to put the burden in somebody else? Why? If you are capable enough, if you can deal with that, why not? Why not try? But later we realized that the key brought us strength, brought us closer to our family, or awakened new talents that were dormant. This is the silver lining, the presence of God and good spirits, always guiding us towards the greater good. We all go through moments of pain, loss, or discouragement. But the Spirit doctrine reminds us there is no trial without a greater purpose. It's always something. So when you are feeling pain, or you are in pain, or in a situation that is not comfortable, what is the the purpose of that? What is the invitation? We're being invited to something. What is it? I don't know. It's up to you. If you do have the will to find that out, great. If you don't, again, tomorrow's gonna be still gonna be Friday. Nothing's gonna change. But if you understand that pain can be a equation, a warning, or even an invitation. Motivation. Yeah, that's the meaning of pain, right? The meaning of pain is exactly that. It's motivation. According to the doctrine, difficulties are not punishments, but opportunities for growth. So when you see pain, if you see opportunity, does it make the change? Did you have any pain today? Anything that was discomfort to you? What happened?
I lost my voice.
You lost your voice.
Yeah.
Were you angry today? Were you sad about something?
I lost my voice.
That you lost your voice. And what will you do with your voice today, if you have it? Talk to people in a nice way, in a regular way, in a way that you normally do, and you uplift people. That's good. Keep your hopes up. Normally, we lose something to understand that how much we need it, how much we miss that. So sometimes you lose your voice first because you want to say something. This is psychological. You want to say something, but you can't. And then your brain responds with like lack of voice. Or just to remind you how important is to have a voice, is to vocalize your thoughts. And how important is to use that in a positive way. Because the same way that you can uplift people, you can put them down. Am I correct? And sometimes we do that. And sometimes, because we are made of energies, right? Quantum physics tells us that we are made of atoms, and that atoms are polarized by energy. So our spirit is energy, and the same energy that we disperse will come back to us. So we attract energy of the same level and same quality. So if you do something positive, good energy come back to you. You can call spirits, you can call it God, you can get blessing, whatever you want to call. It doesn't matter. It's energy. Either way, I'm talking to you, I'm sending waves of energy to your ear that will convert in information inside your brain. It's energy, pure energy. So right now, you don't have a voice, you have less energy. Maybe choose, understand what silence can do for me. What a little bit of silence can do for me. Maybe I will think more. Maybe I'll reflect more. Maybe use the lumberjack motto. Measure twice, cut once. Because the price of the wood is expensive. So maybe understand that you have 2 ears and 1 mouth. And of course, that doesn't work for speakers because we talk like crazy. But that's what it is. So, what I'm trying to say here is like, pain is not a punishment. It means a purification and elevation, but it always has a useful and regenerative purpose. And for my friend that's new here, I didn't ask you if you're new to Spiritism, but the Gospel According to Spiritism is one of the 5 books that was written right in the beginning of Spiritism by the codifier called Allan Kardec. So he asked multiple mediums that were the ones that hear the spirits and channel and write it down, multiple questions. And the first book was the Spiritist book, more than 1,000 questions. The second one was the Gospel According to Spiritism. So he was the curator, per se, right? With the lack of a better word, Richard can't find a better word than mine. So, for us, that are not from U.S., I'm a U.S. citizen, but I'm not from U.S., I'm from Brazil. Only the fact of changing nations, changing countries, it's very uncomfortable. Sometimes I found, and probably going to trip on some words on this presentation as well, because I'm not familiar to how it is pronounced. And that caused some kind of, I did it again. But would that stop you? Or would that make you think different? Because what are the words that are really difficult to say in any language? Audio? Let's do that again.
In English, what's the hardest thing to say?
For me, probably sixth. Like fourth, fifth, and then sixth.
Anything with a TH?
They threw three thick things.
That was really good.
Thank you.
The word vegetable.
Vegetable.
Caesars and Caesar.
Or did you mean hard to say emotionally?
I do, I mean emotionally.
I was wrong.
A real tough one to say is I'm sorry.
I forgive you.
Goodbye.
For me, it's saying I love you. But that's tough to say in any language.
Do you agree? Not all of them, but some of them, right? Sometimes it's really hard to say something. It doesn't matter in which language it is. But Jesus' language is love. And the only thing that you need to know in order to conjugate this language is that you have to have love to give love. So the first thing on a silver linings aspect is, do you really love yourself? Otherwise, you're going to give a blank check, no funds. You will bounce back. And the charges are going to be as high as you can think, because it's not money. It's sentiments, it's feelings, it's emotions. And he charged a high price. And Jesus just came and said, love your Father and love each other. And we still don't know what love is.
I have learned to forgive my enemies. I pray for my enemies, but I have difficulty loving them.
Do you forgive yourself?
Yes.
So you can forgive. If you had difficulty loving them, you have to find reasons to love yourself first. And you probably do. Here,
Yeah.
the problem is 95% of our decision making comes from under the neck. And this is neuroscience. This is not Peter. This is Harvard University and some other scientists that said that before. So although we try to convince ourselves, and you guys on my side, on the left-hand side, the rational side of the brain, per se, on this metaphor, although we try to convince ourselves with words and with reason, we don't work with reason. Dr. Antonio Damasio, one of the best neuroscientists in the world, Portuguese guy. We are emotional creatures living in a rational world. We're not rational machines living that get emotional from time to time. We always respond to emotions first. So if you don't have it on you, it's hard to give to somebody else. And love, and this is one aspect. The other can be, we understand love in two ways. If we're a little bit like, we live it a little bit more than some others. So we understand the filial love, which is the love from your brother, your friend. But I didn't understand the agape love, which is universal love. We don't have this understanding. We start with eros, which is just for women, men, and stuff. But we got to this point. And as we are fathers, we don't have this blessing of giving a life to a child. And mothers do feel a little bit of this agape for the kids. Most of them, because some don't. So it's hard to say that we will deliver something that we really don't know how to do it. But again, that's always an antidote, or there's always a silver line, which is what? Trust and hope. The mind creates paths of hope and despair. And Spiritism invites to cultivate thoughts that illuminate, not that sink. Thought is a creative force, and that our faith and trust attract the invisible resources of good. When I came here today, there was a friend of us, and you saw that. No, she saw that. The lady was here up in front, and she was crying. And said, what happened? Oh, my whole day was like a roller coaster. I start bad, I pray, I get better. I got to work, I got out of work, I felt suffocated, I pray, I get better. I went to do some exams, I left, I came here, I was good, I sat here and started crying. And she was crying like crazy. And then I said, well, is that me? Is that some spirits that are around me? I said, anything can be. But the thing is, you need to understand that what you vibrate, you attract. Oh, but I was so good. Yeah, here, not here. You are not feeling good. Otherwise, you're not going to attract an energy that is sad to get closer to you, to increase your sadness to a point that you start crying. So what you need to do, change your energy. Spirits are nothing but energy. If you vibrate if you are concerned, if you are in pain, if you are sad, if you are mad, what kind of energy is that? Negative, right? What kind of energy will attract? Negative as well. So those, if you are in the same frequency, can work as thoughts in your brain. And you get sad, and you get mad, and you increase the energy that is not good. What can you do to change that? Of course you have to have trust. Of course you have to have hope. But you need to change. Trusting who? In yourself. If I'm feeling sad, what can I do to do differently? I sent her out. She came back with I don't know what she was eating, but just by eating something, the mood changed. The mood changed, the energy changed. Can the spirit that was sad keep affecting her? No. It's your will versus what you can do. I used to do a play with words that vision without action equals hallucination. And there's a lot of people that is hallucinating outside. Let us not be one of them. Act, because you have to have a vision. But if you don't put it to work, it's going to be, you spend your whole life sitting on the top of the Tibet mountains, and then you got the illumination, and there's nobody for you to tell that. Not even a Sasquatch passing by. So what is that good for if you don't share? You cannot share wisdom. It's only for you, and then you're going to find out that you are freezing to death and probably will die. Doesn't work. Whenever afflictions visit you, work and wait. The help you seek is also seeking you. That's the hope part. The help you seek is also seeking you. But as we see in many are I came here just to get a pass because I'm gonna get healed just because of that. Sorry to tell you no. First, if you don't believe that it will help you, it won't help you. Second, if you are thinking about something else, what kind of energy do you think is gonna get into your body? None. Because your brain is somewhere else. It's not ready, prepared to receive the energy that is emanated from the Pasista's hand. That's true, guys. If you sit on these chairs being prepared by Spirit since the early morning, and believe me, they know where you're gonna sit. So they prepare the chair for you. When are you gonna receive this energy? When you serenade, when you get calm. If you're still like, nothing's gonna happen until you calm down. And then the energy is gonna get into you. Same thing there. So your treatment starts when you sit and introspect, get calm. The Occidental civilization looks to the outside. The Oriental civilization looks to the inside. And we have to have a balance in between. So when you think about coming to talk about yourself, to talk about your soul, forget about cell phones. Cell phone is a way to connect to the outside. You can do that every single minute of your day, and mostly of us do. Let's be honest. So you have 1 hour and a half to be here. Quit the cell phone. Think a little bit about yourself. Sometimes we don't want to do that because it's painful. Because we don't know what we're going to find. Am I right or not? It's hard. But remember that when we need to get some good things in life or to change our energy, we always can rely on our memories. Because we get strength from our memories, especially the good ones. Sometimes people come here to the fraternal assistance that we do that every Wednesday, and they said, I cannot detach from this thought. I'm seeing myself getting worse and worse. I'm seeing myself in bad situation. I cry out every day. Did you try to pray? Yes, I did. Did you try to read? Yes, I did. Did you try to listen to speeches? Yes, I did. Nothing's working. I cannot do anything on this. Have you tried to listen to a music that reminds you a good memory? Do this. Don't put the music that reminds you like whoever dumped you, because that's going to make it worse. Put a music that reminds you a good memory. Your energy will flip and the connection is destroyed. It's simple as that, guys. But we don't do that enough. And we have the power because we have the memory. And music brings memories like this. The other thing that brings memories, smell. So we don't use it that much, for real. With intention, not at all. So Chico Xavier, which was the greatest medium in Brazil, used to say, keep in your memory the good things that emerge from amid difficulties. So he was talking about silver lining. How many times we heard about things that were about to happen in some, like 9/11, somebody that was due to be in the building and was not, or some executive that was due to travel and do the deal of his life and lost the plane and found out when he came home that the plane fall. So sometimes it's just a matter of wait. It's just a matter of patience. If it's not something that you can see that is positive, give it some time. You will see that this will reveal in a different way. We used to say, I don't know if that's the saying in English, but we used to say in Portuguese that God writes right in curved lines. So it doesn't matter. He knows the end of it. And if it's not good, we didn't come to the end. Wait. have patience, have faith, have purpose. So in time of crisis, patience, and patience is not passivity. When we say here, we don't say amen. We say so be it. And people mistake so be it to passivity. It mistakes with, oh yeah, you say yes to everything. No, we're just wise. Because if I cannot change it right now, so be it. I'm going to try next week. Doesn't work. So be it. I'm going to try next month, next year, in 2 years. I'm just not going to hit the knife with my hands and start bleeding all over everybody. That doesn't work. So, patience is not passivity. It's action in silence, like a seed germinating in the darkness of the earth. Every praying also brings the chance to serve others and grow in humility and love. So in times of crisis, what shall we do, guys? Do not lose your heart. God knows the right moment to intervene. I don't know you, but unfortunately I have to give this my hand to, something that I did when I was young. I was like, I want this tennis racket now. And if I don't get it, I'm going to be mad. I'm going to do this and that and that. And all of a sudden, probably my parents didn't have the money or didn't think that it was time to give it to me. And when they gave me, I didn't want it anymore. I wanted something else. I was spoiled brat. Come on. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. We didn't have time to understand. So take care of what you ask because it's going to come. And then many times say, oh, now it's too late. Really? It's too late for you. But he gave you when he knew that we were able to receive it. But if you change your mind, again, it's a lack of energy that you just disperse for nothing. Are we using our energy in a wisdom way? Are we using our energy in a right way? We're just throwing like crazy. And at the end of this, oh, I'm so unmotivated. I feel like I don't have energy. Yeah, because you don't concentrating your energy to a goal. You don't directing your energy to something that you should. And I don't know if you realize, but I always ask that. I have two information for you. One is good and one is not good. Which one is you prefer first? The good one? Always, but you were here in my last lecture. Cheater. We normally ask for the bad one first. Why? Because the way that our brain's wired, we always pay attention to what can cause some harm to us, and then we go for the good. But the good thing is that we are here to evolve. The bad thing is that we are, in Spiritism said, the one to the last planet in evolution. So you, and me are not good. We're not good. So don't try to think about yourself as Jesus or Buddha or Mother Teresa of Calcutta or something like that. We are not. We are just regular G.I. Joes trying to live our life the best that we can. And the best that we can in this planet of trials and expiations is not as good as we think. Do the best that you can, but don't condemn yourself when you do something that is not as good. Because again, God knows the right moment to intervene. If you're doing something really wrong, something will happen to you. Or if you need some help and you do something in the right way, maybe messy, He will intervene when time comes. So, patience is the name of the game. But it's so hard. It's so hard. Let me say it one more time. It's so hard. We have to develop. I'm still learning. Maybe if I get another 80 years, I'll probably can develop some. So, this guy, He is a neuroscientist from Brazil. Sorry, the caption is really fast because he speaks really fast in Portuguese.
Eu queria começar com uma pergunta.
Start with a question.
E a pergunta que eu faço para você é: quando foi a última vez que você aprendeu alguma coisa nova? Se existe uma regra na natureza, é a regra do mínimo esforço. Energia é um recurso muito escasso na natureza, e a natureza fez com que no processo evolutivo as espécies tendam a conservar energia. Essa é uma prerrogativa biológica muito básica. Geralmente, então, as pessoas têm vontades que são referentes às coisas imediatas que estão à frente delas. Suas vontades tipicamente são de ficar deitado no sofá, assistindo um seriado, assistindo novela, porque a nossa sociedade é perita em prometer felicidade para o nosso eu projetivo. Desde que você nasceu, te colocaram um monte de objetivos e possíveis conquistas na tua frente. No teu caso, deve ter sido algo como: entra na escola, tira nota boa, passa no vestibular, entra na faculdade, consegue um estágio, se forma, seja efetivado na empresa, consegue um emprego, vai crescendo na carreira, conhece um grande amor, casa, tem filho, carro próprio, casa própria, vê seu filho se desenvolver, independência financeira e por aí vai. E não importa se você nasceu na favela ou em Dubai, você, desde que nasceu, teve objetivos colocados na sua frente. O que vai diferenciar é o tipo de objetivo que te colocaram. Mas isso é uma coisa que acontece com todos nós. E a grande questão, eu volto aqui: qual é o maior inimigo da gente manter nosso cérebro ativo?
What is it? What is the biggest enemy to keep our brain active? Not everybody at the same time, because I cannot hear. Come on, guys, one at a time, please. What is the main enemy? Accommodation. Adaptation. Because we adapt to everything. When you want a job, you got a job, 6 months later, you want a promotion. And this is the problem of a society that we live in, all time wanting the next thing. With all the time we are projecting ourselves. I wrote a book called Simple Mind. The next one is the probable mind, because we always look for probabilities. We never live here. We always live in the future. And you know what's the main problem in our society nowadays? Start with an A. Anxiety is too much future that we cannot predict. But last century was depression, too much past. Now it's too much future. We cannot predict the future. We only can do something now. Now is the time of doing something. The present. Future doesn't belong to us. Past is gone. And but we were educated to think about things that we want. So, are we human beings, or we are human havings? Do we want to have something all the time, or we want to be something all the time? And if you think that you want to be, what do you want to be? A better person or a richer person? It's live better or have a better life? What is it? Having too much money? How much is too much money? Whoever here wants to win the lotto, raise your hand. Okay? How much do you want to win? 2 million. It's enough for you. Yeah. So you don't need to win the lotto because you have the goal. All you need to do is to find the steps to get this money. Yeah. Most of us don't know how much is money is enough. We just want to go. We just want to get something. But we don't know what is enough. For me, enough is to pay my bills, don't have any bills, have money to live, and from time to time to travel. Retire to relax. And guess what? I'm not going to be happy. I'm going to find something to do, especially my wife, because she loves to find something around the house. I wish you gonna. We have a singer in Brazil called Rita Lee. And she used to say that as much as you have, as much as you want. We're never full of. We're full of something else. We're never full of things. We always want something else. So, what do you need to do first? Make peace of yourself. Like, hey, this is enough for me. I don't need more. There was a time 10 years ago that I say no to a company. I'm a consultant. I say no to a company that was paying me big money. But I was doing the same thing for 5 consecutive years. I was not feeling well. I was treating my wife not good because my energy coming back home was bad because I was frustrated. And I could not discount the frustration in whoever gives me the money for me to survive. As a matter of fact, a lot more than survive. Is it painful to say no to a big check? Yeah. By that time, it was for me, my friend. It was. But am I happy now? Happy as a clown. Now I do not whatever I want, but I have variety in my life. I help different people. I'm not stuck. I don't feel stuck. Because the worst thing in life is accommodation. And we have this. And pain comes exactly because of that. Because when you stop on your comfort zone, all of a sudden you're not seeing that you're getting too close to your security zone. It's like Icarus, you know the Greek mythology. His father made his wings to fly from a prison that he was in an island and told him, don't fly too high because I glue with wax and the sun is going to melt and you're going to die. But one thing of this fable or this myth that they didn't say is that his father told him, don't fly too low because the water is going to drench your feathers. It's going to be heavy and you're going to drown too. So they just say don't fly too high. It's interesting. Don't fly too low. Normally we'll fly too low as well. So pay attention to that kind of pattern that we used to display. Have you ever found a diamond like this in nature? Even if you're mining, once you got a beautiful diamond, it comes just like that, right? No. It needs to be lapidated. With what? Scorching hot. Isn't it us? Yes. Pain is the tool that we chose because we don't know love. So pain is always a teacher, never an executioner. Where it hurts, it renews. But some people love to feel pain. Even if they say they don't. They keep remorse, they keep grudging, and what they're doing? When you have bad feelings about somebody that don't even know that you exist or thought that this was done, you are taking poison, wishing that he dies. But you are taking poison because you are generating a lot of bad chemical inside of you, cortisol, adrenaline, and it's coming in volumes that will create an overdose. The overdose is going to attack one of your organs that are weak, and boom, you're sick. And then you're going to say, oh, God is not fair. This is my bad luck. No, this is your bad brain. This is your bad thoughts. This is your will of keep attached to something that is not wealth, that is not health enough. You need to change. So, you have to use time in a wiser way and have hope. Everything passes. No evil lasts forever. Hope is the fertile soil where true faith is born. And even the heaviest clouds hide the light of the sun. Have you ever been in an airplane that once passed the rain clouds, you see the beautiful sun shining? It's there. And we know it's there. But all we can see is, it's raining again. Darn it. I want to walk. I want to this. I want to that. And then when it's sunny, you don't walk because it's too hot. Great, right? That's how we are, guys. That's how we are. We're always not seeing the silver lining. We're always seeing the opposite side. With each stumble, a new chance to rise and walk more firmly. So every time you trip, understand it's just a way to stand up and get firmer and more, steady. That is martial art martial called Aikido. For 1 year, the students learn how to fall and stand up fast. Fall and stand up fast for a year before they learn any other techniques. Why? Because you don't stay down crying. You stand up and get another opportunity. Does it make sense? So, my friend from the audio, I'm gonna need you again. Hello, NASA. Okay. It's like, are you guys familiar to Pollyanna? The tale? The girl that put the glasses to see the life in a different color, in a different way. So this guy saw they didn't see colors, and they are seeing colors for the first time. What if these Pollyanna glasses are the glasses that we can use ourselves to see things that we're not seeing every day, just because we don't put focus in the silver lining of things? Isn't really our fault, or it's just a matter of focus? Seeing colors is amazing, but seeing the way in every hard situation is totally different. We cry, not because we're sad, we cry of happiness. And for some of us will be probably the first time that we cry out of happiness, because we decide to see things in a different perspective. They need a Pollyanna glasses. They need a glass for their condition. What kind of glasses do we need to see the good side of every aspect? What kind of glasses do we need? If we're kids, if we are adults, and we try to don't show emotion, but you cannot deny this is powerful. That can happen to you if you decide to wear the right glasses. And those glasses are not physical, they're metaphorical. What are you gonna do today, tomorrow, this weekend, next week, and so far to accrue one of these glasses and deserve to have it? What kind of shift on your focus are you really gonna do for yourself in a way that you can be amazed every day with your life, every day with the possibilities, every day you feel pain or you feel trouble and you see opportunities instead? We really need those glasses, or we need our faith, our hope, our wisdom, and understand that the world can be better if we decide it so. The world can be colorful if we decide so. It's just a matter of what we want for our lives. For real. It just takes a little effort from every one of us. This is not hard. Remember, we are getting emotional here, and sometimes we relate emotion to pain. No problem, because pain itself brings the invitation to become better, stronger, and more confident in God's love. Much peace, much love, much trust, and much hope. Have a wonderful week.